Good evening, everybody. My name is Bruno. I'm one of those crazy people that bought a building with no heat and no water and not a whole lot of electrical. And I like to call it a waterfall roof. It's a special feature. The water comes down through it. I'm not gonna, yeah, you have one of those. I'm not going to talk too much about my project. I'm just going to talk about today. I took my day off work today because I was going to tile my shower today, which is, I actually have a shower nowadays with hot water, which is great. But today I actually did absolutely jack shit. That's good language. And I think it's important to reflect on when you're doing these things that that can be a bit intense, I guess, some of my friends tell me. That you occasionally have to take some time off. I wrote down that the hardest thing for me is to relax. So today I did absolutely nothing. A friend of mine called me in the morning. He's visiting from Turkey. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm tiling my shower today, but I guess you're here, so maybe I shouldn't do that. And I should go get some coffee with you. And I did that, and it was great. And then later in the day, my stepdaughters were like, hey, are you at work? I'm like, actually, I'm not. So they're like, hey, well, let's go get some dinner. So I went and took them to Selden, which is, one of the nice new places in town, and we had all the drinks and all the food. And then I walked in here and wrote my name down that I was actually going to speak, which is probably because of the drinks that I had earlier. So the importance is that the shower I have is not tiled, but I have this really nice plastic tarp that's my shower enclosure. Some friends call it my Dexter shower because it looks like a kill room a little bit. But I will tile it eventually, maybe this weekend. But I think it's really important to, just give yourself a break. And I think it's good to realize that the creature comforts that maybe we're used to in whatever finished place we had are really not that important. And you can do whatever you want with, a lot of dust and a lot of just bare spaces. So the space itself is, it's one of those cool hipster commercial spaces where they live things that are hard to find. And I think most people were afraid of this one because it looked like an absolute disaster zone. But when you peel away all the dirt and the grime there's something there. So I took on something that was probably much bigger than what I thought I was going to take. I also found a cat in the backyard that then became, the master of the building, like somebody else said. So I found a one pound kitten in the backyard that was probably not going to make it otherwise. So I'm not a cat person, but now I am. I send Snapchats of my cat to people, which is really not my thing. But I've also met some really great contractors. So there's some great people in the city here doing some really cool stuff, and they're really helpful. Some people will, give you some free work time because you tell them you're going to help them with their resume. There's a lot of people that will do stuff for trade in the city. So I'm renting out some space to a couple of young guys that are welders and make lights and furniture, and they weld up stuff for me in return for a break on their rent. And they do band practice till late at night, which is kind of fun. So it's really been, I thought I was going to get annoyed with, the process, and it's going to take longer, but it's really just been, the journey's been really, enjoy the journey. Don't worry about, stress about the details.